What's going on, job seekers? Happy Monday. I'm doing a quick sound check here to make sure that I'm coming through all right. I'm in a new place. I'm in Kingston this week, and just want to make sure that I have my sound set up properly before I jump into this week's interview. So give me a second here to double check that everything is coming through okay. And if you're already here joining me for the live stream, send me a message in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me all right. Okay. Looks like we're good to go. Okay, give me a second here, folks. Hopefully, everyone had an awesome weekend. Today, what we're going to be doing, as always, is jumping into a job interview that we can use to get a sense of what it might be like when we're doing these for real. So, I'm going to screen share here. I'm going to jump over to Indeed and take a look for a new job posting this morning. Now, I've already seen a posting that I think sounds interesting, and I'm just keeping an eye on the chat here, folks. Thank you for jumping in. All right, let's take a look and see. Now, I saw one that looks interesting here, and actually, we'll be using a job posting that you sent to us tomorrow in our big live stream. So, if you have a job posting that you want to see in one of these interviews, please let me know. I'd be happy to use it in our big group session tomorrow. So, send it my way. But for now, I like the idea of this boom truck operator because it comes with $1,000 signing bonus. So let's take a look at what this is. And as usual, I may not be qualified for this position. I'm usually not qualified for these, as you know. But with that said, I'm going to put it into the InStage simulator today so we get a sense of what the posting is all about. And we can give you folks out there who are interested in this job a heads up on the kind of questions you might get asked. But let's also take a look at what this posting entails. It looks like tons of great benefits. This is for a driver position. So you're going to be delivering construction materials. All right. There's a hiring bonus. This is actually a great job posting. And this is something I don't talk about too often, but not all job postings are the same. Ones with details like this really give you a chance to prepare. What will my day look like? So you're performing checks on the truck before you leave. Now, some of you watching this, you might not be interested in being a truck driver, but I would recommend looking for job postings like this because it makes it so much easier to prepare. So if you can find a job posting like this, I think it's a good sign that the company is, aware of what they're looking for and going to make it easy for you to succeed. But if you don't see things like this, like what will my day look like? A lot of people ask me questions about what kind of questions they should ask at the end of an interview. And this is a great thing to ask. What will my day look like? That's an easy question to ask at the end of the interview to get a sense of what you might be in for. All right. Well, with all that said, let's put this into the InStage simulator and we'll give this a shot. All these details. And let's generate this. I'm going to switch my screen share so you can hear me. All right, should be generated in just a second here, and we'll get it going. All right, boom truck operator. I think this is super useful here. All right, folks, wish me luck. Let's see how it goes. Hey there, my name's Imran. I'm here for the interview today. Thank you for having me. Oh, and this might be my new setup here today, folks, that I haven't quite connected just yet. So give me a second. All right. And part of what I'm doing here is I want to make sure that I am set up for our big live stream tomorrow. So for those of you who are joining us, I'm looking forward to having you there. All right. That might be configured the way I want now. There we go. All right. Hey there, John. Sorry, I'm just having some trouble with my microphone. Can you give me a second here? Now, sometimes this can happen, folks. This can happen in an actual job interview. You might be in there and you might not have realized you don't have your microphone connected properly. So, what I would recommend doing is just taking a deep breath at a point like this. Um, give yourself a chance to reset. Some of these things are still unfamiliar. Everyone's using new and different software. So, it can take a second to get your bearings, and that's still natural. So, give yourself a second to catch your breath, try to figure out what to do next year. And that's all I'm going to do as well. So I'm going to see what might be going on with my settings here. And hopefully this is a chance for you to see, this is something I'd have to work through as well. So let's take a look and see why that might not be working for me. And sometimes you may just need to, join and rejoin, and that might be all you need. All right. Let's take a look here and see. Why can't I be heard? If this happens to you in Zoom, I find it easiest to just leave and come back. And if it happens to you in anything else, you kind of have to find what's right for you. But I always prefer to just say, hey, do you mind if I just leave the meeting and come back? And usually that does the trick. So let's see if that does the trick in this case here. But again, I'd say the most important thing to do is to just try not to let yourself get too stressed out. These things happen, and we can figure them out together here. All right. Now that being said, if I have to do the same thing here, if I have to jump off and sign back on, that is what I will do. But hopefully I'm able to figure it out quickly while I'm with you all here. And if not, then I'll take my own advice there and just sign off, sign back on, and we'll kick the live stream back off in a couple minutes. But I'm going to try it one more time here and see if this does the trick for us. Sorry, John, I didn't catch that. Can you say that again?
No worries. I was just saying that I'm John, the hiring manager for the position of Batman. How are you doing today? Any exciting superhero adventures lately?
Okay, so we're up and running there, folks. See, it just took a couple minutes. It's definitely stressful, but if that happens to you in an interview, people, I think, for the most part, understand. So don't let it stress you out too much. Happened to me for real here. I didn't have my settings connected properly, but it just takes a second. And if you stay calm, you know what to do. Just close the window, open it again. The reason John here is asking me about Batman is because instead of putting in the job details from before, I just typed in Batman. And you know what? Why don't we have some fun? It's Monday morning. We have an awesome week ahead of us here. Instead of interviewing for the boom operator position, I'm going to do the Batman interview and have some fun with me. Stick around. As always, feel free to ask questions. But let's start this week off with some fun here. And I'm going to interview for this job as Batman, see if I have what it takes to be the protector of Gotham. And tomorrow, we are going to be jumping into a big group live stream where we pick a job posting from someone in the audience and work through it together. So have some fun today with us. We're going to have lots of fun tomorrow. But if there is a real job posting that you would like to see in the live stream tomorrow, send it to me. If you know someone is looking for a job, tell them to join us and tell them they are welcome to send their job posting as well. All right, let's keep going. Well, John, you know what? I'm a first-time superhero applicant, so I think I have what it takes, and I'm looking forward to getting the opportunity to be a superhero.
That's fantastic. We love seeing fresh faces in the superhero world. So, let's dive right into it. Can you tell me about any previous experience or skills you have that would be relevant to being a superhero?
Now, we're having some fun today, right? But let's put this question in the context of any question we could ask. Do you have any a previous experience that qualifies you for this position? So whether you're talking about being a delivery truck driver, or a cashier, an account manager, a sales rep, um, any position is going to ask you that type of question. So I'm going to answer this question with some of the experience I have that might be relevant to being Batman. But as we have some fun with this today, try to think of the examples you have that would make it obvious that you have experience that qualifies you for the position that you're interviewing for. Well, John, I grew up doing martial arts, specifically Taekwondo. And so I feel like I do have a very good sense of the hand to hand combat skills that might be useful in a position like being Batman. And I also know how to control that skill set. It's not something that I think should be used lightly. Any sort of fighting or combat should be taken very seriously. And so I have grown up not only with the skill set, but with the discipline I think it would take to use those skills only when absolutely necessary.
That's great to hear. Having a background in martial arts like Taekwondo can definitely come in handy in the superhero world. It's important to have both the skills and the discipline to use them responsibly. Can you tell me about a time when you had to make a quick decision in a high pressure situation?
Yes, actually, joining this meeting, my sound wasn't working properly, so I had to decide whether or not I was going to cancel and try to figure out what went wrong, or give myself a few minutes to figure it out while I had yourself and other people joining me in the meeting. And it was stressful, but I tried to stay calm and just made sure that I gave myself a chance to make some quick fixes and was able to join the meeting, thankfully, and actually be here with you today. So I'm glad I didn't miss it. And I'm glad that I stayed calm under the pressure.
That's quite a situation. It's always impressive when someone can think on their feet and troubleshoot in the moment. Speaking of being calm under pressure, how do you handle stressful situations in general?
So I like that he said that. He um, appreciates that I was able to think on my feet in the moment. So it might not be the best answer for this interview because, again, keep in mind that the questions he's asking you are about a specific job, being Batman, being able to troubleshoot audio equipment, not maybe super relevant to being Batman. But again, we're having some fun with that context today. But think about that when you're answering questions that are for your specific job, be that what it is. Um, is the example you're using relevant to the job? Or are you just answering the question, off the top of your head? And that can happen, right? Today I'm doing that as well. But I hope what you start to see is that we can think about these things ahead of time. And this is a practice scenario today. For those of you watching, hopefully it's just giving you a glimpse of the future. But give some thought to the examples you pick and how they are connected to the job you're going to be doing. All right. Um, let's stop there for today, everyone. I'm going to jump over to the report. And if you do have questions, I'm going to pop back on later and we'll talk about them together. So let's take a look at the report so far. Okay, so far so good. Now, if you're enjoying that live stream, send me a job posting that you'd actually like to see us do the interview for, and I will put it into the simulator later today. We'll give it a shot and talk through how to answer the questions. So now you can see with this example what we're going to be doing, and we'll look through some of the feedback and the data we get and figure out how to make sure that you are putting your best foot forward in your next interview. So thank you for joining us here for this quick live stream this morning. Hopefully that one little situation of just dealing with an audio problem that can happen live, in your actual interview is helpful for you. And I will see you later today. And come out tomorrow. We're going to be doing our big live stream at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So don't miss that one. Tell your job seeker friends, if they are looking for a little support and they want to have some fun learning these skills, to come join us as well. All right, everyone. I hope you have an awesome week, and I will be back to join you in practicing soon.